Get an online job as a virtual assistant. In the United States and elsewhere, there are huge numbers of companies that are discovering the power of a distributed workforce. Now, a lot of these companies are startups that have a purely online business. Maybe they have online stores, or they offer some sort of software service available through the web. However, interestingly enough, an increasing number of offline businesses are also turning to the internet for specialized virtual assistant services to help them find new customers, take care of digital paperwork, or do some logistical work like managing appointments, researching clients, and similar tasks. Accordingly, there is a strong demand for virtual assistants. Senior citizens can take advantage of this growing demand. This is especially true of individuals who have worked at an office before. Maybe you were an administrator, or maybe you assisted executives, or you just know your way around an office environment. The tasks involved. Virtual assistants usually just handle administrative tasks. This includes answering emails, scheduling appointments, going to travel websites and buying tickets for executives, as well as setting up all sorts of travel arrangements. Essential requirements. In terms of character traits, you need to be able to work under pressure. The pressure normally comes in the form of a deadline. You also have to have solid critical thinking skills, and you have to be a self-starter. This means you don't require somebody to look over your shoulder. Your boss doesn't have to shake your cage so you can get motivated to work. At the very least, you must be able to deliver what's expected of you at the expected time. Finally, you have to have solid English communication skills. This can't be emphasized enough. You have to write and document what you did for your employer. Now, a lot of times, this is taken care of by project management software. You're given a series of assignments and you just plug in what you did and at what time, and you are done. Well, it all depends on the setup. Some virtual assistant arrangements are more informal than others, while others require specialized tracking software. In fact, some virtual assistant jobs have a status check software installed on your computer. This enables your employer, with your full legal permission, to check your screen at any given time within the block of time you agreed to work. This will let them know if you're playing online poker or messing around online or actually doing the work they pay you for. Different arrangements. What I would suggest is you try to get a virtual assistant project that pays based on outcome instead of time. The problem with working on a time-based basis is that it feels like you're working at an office. Sure, you're working from the comfort and convenience of your home, but your time is severely restricted. This is made worse when your boss can check your status by checking your screen. By shifting to an outcome-based arrangement, your boss will pay you for results. The results are pretty straightforward in a typical virtual assistant arrangement. Either you set up the appointment, either you looked up the clients and made contact, or you didn't. Either you booked tickets or not. These either-or situations can easily be documented. This way, you don't have to constantly watch over your shoulder and have to worry about some sort of virtual surveillance by your employer. You only need to send them the right reports at the right time. They can verify them, they can double-check them, and once everything checks out, you can then move on to the next task. Customer service representative or technical support. While a large chunk of CSR work moved overseas, there is still a space for senior citizens in the United States to become CSR or call center workers. The key here is specialization. The great thing about inbound sales that requires specialized knowledge is that people are calling in regarding a particular product or concern, and you can easily scale up the interaction so they end up buying something more valuable than what they originally thought. In many cases, they end up buying something when they just called in to ask a question. Types of tasks. Different call center jobs have different configurations. The best paying ones involve some sort of sales. Now, please understand that this doesn't mean that you have to become some sort of used car salesman with all the necessary cheesiness and obnoxious behavior. It doesn't have to be like that. In many cases, within an environment of simply responding to people's needs, you can upsell them to higher value products or service packages. Here are the most common skills required in a customer service environment: resolving issues, answering questions, analyzing the caller's concern and directing that person to the right resource, doing analysis and listening to the customer at the same time, documenting the interaction, listening to the customer and analyzing their actual needs, meeting quality standards, solving problems, knowing product issues, knowing marker concerns, basic phone skills. The key to making money as a specialized call center agent. If you are based in the United States and you're a senior citizen looking to make money as a call center agent, The key is to know your stuff backwards and forwards. When somebody calls and they realize that you really know your stuff and you can help them solve their problems, it's very easy to upsell them. Since you get paid based on commission, you can possibly earn lots of extra cash being a specialized upsell call center agent. General Freelancer. This is a general heading for senior citizens looking to do work on the internet. There are many different types of freelance jobs you can take, but there are general similarities. When you work as a freelancer, you work based solely on your own time. What kind of jobs can you do on a freelance basis? Generally speaking, the most common freelance work available online involves writing. Please understand that there are many different types of materials people hire writers for. Here's a short list of freelance writer work currently available: academic writing, screenplay, grant proposals, technical specifications, technical manual writing, legal contracts, demand letter or formal legal pleadings, online content, books, novels, personal biographies or memoirs, online guides, business plans, business proposals, service proposals. The list above is just a short list. Let's put it this way: as long as something needs to be written in English, it can be outsourced to you. Requirements. There are no formal education requirements to be an online writer. In fact, I know people who only have a high school diploma and some barely have that diploma who are pulling in 5 figures. The great thing about online writing is it all boils down to the quality of your output. That's all the customer cares about. Other variations. There are many other variations of freelance writing work. You don't necessarily have to write the materials yourself. You can be any of the following: editor, transcriber, proofreader, transcriptionist, ad writer, copywriter, copy reader, project brief writer. As you can tell from the other subsidiary projects above, the writing portion is just a small fraction of the overall project. There are so many variations to writing work, and believe me, the internet will never run out of demand for writers. How come? It all boils down to basic English communication. Companies know that they need to present their ideas in a professional way. They know that they need to be understood effectively and efficiently. This, of course, requires people to communicate effectively. Requirements. You should also invest in Whitesmoke or Grammarly. These are online grammar checkers that will help you clean up your output.